Hello, today is January 10th, 2024. This should be a video 11. Um, it's going to be about ordering long lead items for construction ASAP, as fast as you can. Okay, and this goes with whether you're doing design build or you're doing non-design build. Okay, so I'm currently dealing with this right now on a design build project as we speak right now. Okay, so and disclaimer, when I talk about design build, it's not a new concept. Design build in my reality, and my dad working on them back in the old days, it was usually the big companies that did them. Let's say 10 million and larger projects, whether it's a big highway, whether it's federal highways, state highways, bridges, reservoirs, blah, 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 blah. That's always been the niche for design build. Okay. Um, I've been bringing it to the Northwest for jobs less than $10 million. I mean, most of our jobs are less than 5 million per job. Per job. So I have not seen design build in a lot of projects that are 10 million and smaller. Where I am currently doing them now the last 3 years, and we're having great results. I mean, knocking years off of projects, saving tons of money in engineering and construction. I've already talked about that in the past, but I just want to make a disclaimer: design build's been around for a while. It's just always been in my reality on the huge projects. Yeah, big projects. So anyway, get that out of the way. So what we got going on with ordering now, let me back up here. If you're an experienced project manager estimator, you already know what I'm going to say. This is going to be nothing new under the sun for you. But if you're new, whether you're self-employed or you're new to the game, this is going to, some of this information will be very, very helpful. It can save your butt in the future. So whether it's design build or not, when you have a project, let's say non-design build for a minute. If you landed a project, you're the cheapest contractor during bid opening. The job was already engineered and approved by all the agencies, and now you bid the job, you got it. Well, I'm going to talk mainly pump stations and specialty work, generators, treatment plants, stuff like that. If you're in the road and highway, like I used to be in subdivisions and earth moving and grading and sewer, water, storm, underground, most materials are either in stock or it doesn't take very long to get them. Now, disclaimer: this last 3 years, we've been in a really weird matrix to where, what do you want to call it, devolution, continuity government. Anyway, the white hats have been putting tons and tons of pressure on people to wake up and making material just impossible to get or takes forever to get, and they're 3 times the amount of money. If you've been in this line of work, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But we'll pretend like it's normal times. And usually if you're doing subdivisions or pipe work or road highways, all that jazz, commercial builds, whatever it is, a lot of, in the underground business, a lot of stuff is not that long lead items. So you get whatever submittals you need, you get them approved by the customer's rep, whether it's a project manager, whether it's an engineer they hired, XYZ. Now, when you're dealing with other lines of work that have long lead items, pumps, controls, generators, flow meters, VFDs, I mean, back in normal times, I could get 100 kW or a 500 kW or 750 kW in 14 to 16 weeks or 16 to 18, usually no more than 22 to 24 max. Okay. But in the last 3 years, I've got quotes where it's been 52 to 75 weeks, a year to year and a half. Okay. I got the quotes to prove it. My partner's delivering 100 kW Caterpillar generator to one of our jobs at the coast. I ordered that thing last spring. It just came in. Okay. And that's not even that big a generator. So whether we're talking the crazy times we're in now or we're talking about the good old days when things didn't take quite as long, but usually pumps, controls, flow meters, generators, all that can take, in normal times, 12 to 18 weeks, even up to 20 weeks. Okay. So I always focus on getting those submittals first. I put the pressure on my vendor. Hey, I need your submittals. And they usually come back and say, well, we need a PO. We can't do anything with a PO. I'm like, oh, whatever. So here's a nugget. When you do a PO to a vendor or a subcontractor, whatever, in red at the very top of your PO, you put contingent on submittal approvals. So if they come back with their submittals and they're not approved by the customer or the customer's representative, you're not on the hook to buy that item. They either need to fix their submittals and honor their quote, or B, you just go find somebody else. You're not hook, line, and sinker. Trust me, I'm not even getting paid for this. Contingent on submittal approval should be in bright red on all of your subcontracts and POs. They are on mine. Okay. I'm currently doing them right now as we speak. Okay. So, plus you get a lot of vendors who will give you a quote on a project. Let's say it's pumps. Oh yeah, our pumps are the best. And then they didn't follow spec. They didn't read the spec, or they're just trying to pull a fast one on you. You land the job, you use their quote, they get rejected. Now you got to go get the right vendor. And let's say they're 20, 30% more. Well, you're eating that out of your pocket. That vendor who gave you a shitty quote is not going to honor anything. Okay. So be sure to always read their quotes, match them with the specs, and make sure they're not trying to pull a fast one on you. I read everything, and I mean everything, when I'm doing non-design build. When we're doing design build, I'm part of writing the specs and part of the design, so things are different. They go a lot smoother. So when you're doing your PO or your subcontract, I just gave you a nugget with to put on there. But you want to get your submittals on the long lead items first, because you get customers and engineers, everybody, we haven't seen a project schedule. We haven't seen a construction schedule, blah, 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 blah. And I always say the same thing. Have you approved the submittal yet? Have you made comments to it? Well, no, I haven't. I'm getting on to that. Then why are you wasting my time asking for a construction or project schedule? In the specs, you put in there that if I give you too many reviews on submittals, you can charge me per hour. Do you want me to start charging you per hour for wasting my time? Sorry, it's a little grumpy. I'm hungry right now. But basically, focus on the long lead items. That's the first thing I do, whether it's design build or non-design build. Those are the first submittals I get, the first POs I get out the door, the first subcontracts I get out the door. I get those to people's eyeballs so they can start reviewing them. Because as soon as I can get a handle on ordering things, then I can start doing a project schedule or construction schedule. Okay. You should focus on this. You should really focus on this. I base my submittals off of the longest lead items. It's the first people I call. I've made the phone calls today actually on a project, and I'm getting ready on a different project. These happen to be design builds, so a little easier energy. But basically, get those things approved. If you're working with somebody who's taking their time reviewing the submittals, start calling their customer. Start making a stink. They're holding up the project, not you. Okay? So be sure to get long lead items on order. Now, I was going to talk about some other stuff. I don't think we're going to have time in this video, but also, so moving over to design build, when I'm approving a lot of submittals or part of the team that's approving them, I do the same thing. I look at the long lead items. I'm currently in a project on a small design build in Southern Oregon that basically is a small pump station. I've been waiting. I've already got the customer and the engineer on our team, or not on our team, but we work with a lot. I got him a package of controls and pumps from the distributor, the vendor, that I really think might fit this job well. Today, the customer is looking at a project, I think it's today, maybe tomorrow, that it has this same package or close to, same concept, to see if he likes them. If he likes them, hopefully tomorrow he'll let us know, hey, I really like this. Go ahead and move forward with it. Then we'll take that, get it in front of the DEQ for their review, and then boom, I'm ordering. I'm going to put contingent on submittal approval. I'll get the submittals from the vendor. We'll review them, say probably within a day or two. That's how fast we are. And we'll say, boom, order them. Because this whole job, there ain't much we can do on this project without the pumps and controls. It all revolves around that. I mean, I do have approval to do an eco-block wall, a retaining wall. I do have approval to cut in the driveway, fabricate and rocket, and clearing and grubbing. But some of these projects, you really can't piecemeal it together. It's better to start it and stop it, or finish it, start the job and finish the job instead of start, mob out, come back in, do another portion, mob out. Then we're just charging extra mobilizations for no reason. So be sure to get your long lead items, materials, like on a pump station. If it's a generator, that's usually the longest. Second is the pumps and controls. Then it's usually the flow meters. Then it's usually plug valves, check valves, pumping ports, that stuff. And then the next one's usually hatches and safety grates and all that for your precast concrete. So big tip, longest lead items, get them taken care of. It'll make the rest of the job go smoother. And you can also be, if it's design build, you can be designing the other stuff that's not long lead items while you're waiting on stuff to come in. You know, you're taking care of the things that need to be taken care of first, and the rest can follow suit later. If it's not a design build job, you still gotta. Do you want to be piecemeal job together? No. You want to get the long lead items coming. Usually in subdivisions, well, we're in a material crisis, but we're not in a material crisis. The only really long lead items are usually they got some fancy storm shit, like they got contact solutions or hydro swirl or whatever. They got some cartridge system for cleaning up stormwater, which then you might have some long lead items. But other than that, asphalt, concrete, rock, excavation, standard pipe 3034, C900, ductile iron, conduit for utilities, dry utilities, blah, 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 manholes. Those are usually not too long lead items. But find the stuff that's going to take a while, get it approved, then worry about the rest. Anyway, have a wonderful and blessed day. If you can't do anything good for somebody else, go do something for yourself. Go outside, go exercise, go do something you want to do, go bowling, golfing, whatever. Anyway, have a great day.